Good morning, boys and girls. It's Miss Lisa, and welcome back to my table of art. We're going to start a new lesson today about a new artist. His name is Alexander Calder. He was a sculptor. He did many other things. He painted as well, but he's well known for his sculptures, especially his sculptures that moved. The ones that moved were called mobiles. The ones that stayed still were called stabules. We are going to make a mobile today, similar to the one that's behind me hanging up on the wall. So if you'd like, we're going to get started. We're going to collect our materials. We're going to need a hanger. So if you could grab a hanger, I have a wire hanger. If you don't have a wire hanger, these are usually the kind you get from the dry cleaner. You could try any kind of a hanger. We just want something to hang our shapes from. Alexander Calder made mobiles with geometric shapes on them. We're going to use shapes as well today. I've sent you a PowerPoint presentation all about the artist, showing you examples of all his different sculptures. I'm also sending you templates of different shapes. This will help you make your shapes. I've used this one over and over, and I'll explain to you how. Today I'd like to make our sculpture, our mobile, using only the primary colors. Do you remember what the primary colors are? They're the magical colors, I tell you. They're the ones that make up all the other colors in the rainbow. Try to think, what are the primary colors? How about red, yellow, and blue? Very good. The primary colors are red, blue, and yellow. So what we're going to need is construction paper in those colors. I have some blue that I've used before, but that's plenty for what I need today. And I'll just go through my pile of construction paper and I'll find some red construction paper. Here we go. And the last color I'll need is what? Yellow. Very good. Yellow. And here's my yellow construction paper. I'm also going to need a scissor because I'm going to need to cut my shapes out. And a pencil so I can trace my shapes. We want to hang our shapes with string. I'm going to use this white string today. You can use any kind of string you could find, whether it's yarn, a little cord like this, even thread will work if you can't find anything else. Don't get upset if you can't find it because there's always something you can use. Even a shoelace if you have to, but don't do that. You need your shoelaces on your shoes. Okay, hanger, scissor, pencil, paper, string, and our templates. Very good. Okay, I want to show you a little secret with my templates. Normally, when you use a template, you would cut the shape out. And it would be on like a hard cardstock, something that's a little stiffer than regular sheet of paper. But we're not going to do that. I'm going to show you a trick. We're going to outline the shape we want to start with. So let's just start with the circle. So watch how I take my pencil and I'm just going to outline the circle. This pencil's not sharpened perfectly, so I'm going to take a different pencil. There we go. Just outlining my circle. Don't worry about being perfect, we're just outlining it. So I took my pencil and I outlined this circle. Now I'm going to take this circle and I'm going to place it on top of the yellow paper. Just placing it on top, face down, and I'm going to rub the back where I traced the circle. And guess what? Now all I have to do is cut the yellow out and keep my template, and I can use it over and over and over. So let's start by cutting out our first shape. Mine is a circle. When we cut our shapes, I'd like you to use an odd number of shapes. Do you know what that means? An odd number is every other number that's not even. Is 1 an odd number? Yes, it's all by itself. Is 2 an odd number? No, it's a pair. 2 is an even number. Is 3 an odd number? Yes, it is. So 1, 3, 5. I'd like you to have at least 5 different shapes. You can have more, but it has to be an odd amount. So if it's 5 and you want more, how many do you think you'd have to make? 7. But let's stick with 5. I think that's best. So I have a circle. Next, I'd like to make the oval. And I'm going to make that one red. So I'm going to trace my red oval on the template. Make it nice and dark so the graphite from the pencil will rub onto the construction paper. If you make it too light, you may not be able to see it. So now I'm going to take the oval shape. I don't even have to do it again because I've already got it done onto my paper. You know why? Because I've used it before and the graphite on the back went right onto my paper. So I have my oval shape ready and I just have to cut it out. That was easy. See, this is the front of my template and this is the back of my template. I've used these shapes before. So we're going to cut the oval out. So now I have 2 shapes for my mobile. Getting closer. And how many are we going to use? That's an odd number. 5. We're going to use 5 different shapes. I use this construction paper too, and I don't like to waste. So I think it's still good for my mobile. 1, 2. The next shape is going to be blue because I'm using my what? My primary colors. Very good. You're paying attention, and I like that. Next shape we'll make is a triangle. I love triangles. So let's make our triangle. And then turn it upside down and rub it on our construction paper. And what's going to happen? Can you see it? It's very light, but I could see the outline of my triangle on the blue paper. The blue paper is a little dark, so it's a little harder to see. So now I have 3 shapes for my mobile. Three shapes. What shape should we use next? I like the square. I think I'm going to make a yellow square. So I outline the square with my pencil. Then I turn it upside down and I rub the back of the square. So the graphite from the front of the square rubs off onto the construction paper. Can you see that? It's faint, but it's just enough for us to see and follow when we need to cut. Very good. Okay, so I have a square, a triangle, whoops, a circle, and an oval. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I need one more shape. So I think I'm going to make a red rectangle. That's this one right here, the rectangle. It's not a square with even sides, it's a rectangle. So I'm going to make a red rectangle. So first thing we do is we outline our shape with our pencil on my template that I sent you. Then we turn it upside down and we rub the back onto the construction paper. And there I have it, just enough so I could trace, just enough so I could see where to cut. And that's good. Try to get to the corner of your construction paper so that we don't waste too much of our construction paper. Because we're going to have lots of projects we're going to need to do, and we don't want to run out of our supplies. And now I cut around the line. Very nice. Okay. So now I have my shapes ready for my mobile. Now they're going to have to hang from my string. Excuse me. How am I going to get the string into the shapes? Well, I have a hole puncher, but I don't think a lot of you have a hole puncher at home. That'll be very easy if you do, because all you have to do is punch a hole at the top of your shape, and that's where the string will go through. So if you don't have a hole puncher, I'm going to show you a trick to make a little hole in your shape. If you could gently curve your shape in half, don't fold it, just curve it in half like that. And up at the top where you might have your hole, cut a little tiny X and open it up. Now you can't see it, but if I take my pencil, it'll go right through. You see how that is? So I made a little hole up at the top of my shape by simply curving it in half, not folding it, I don't want a crease in it, took my scissor and just did a little snip in the shape of an X, which allows my pencil to go straight through and give me a point where my string could go through my shape. Okay? So that's an option if you don't have a hole puncher. Since I have a hole puncher, I'm going to use my hole puncher for all my shapes. See? And my last shape is the triangle. All right, so that's 5 shapes. Now when we start placing our shapes onto our hanger, we want to keep balance in mind. Balance in mind meaning whatever I have on the left, I'd like to have on the right. So the mobile will be balanced. So if I put one weight on the left side and a smaller weight on the right side, my mobile might hang like this. I don't want that. I want it to hang nice and even. Do you see the mobile behind me? I have some are high and some are low, but they're both balanced, and the center is my triangle hanging down in the middle. You can adjust your strings higher and lower, however you'd like to place them on your hanger, but so long as you keep balance in mind when you're constructing your mobile. So we're going to need string, and for every 2 shapes, we'll need the same length of string. So I'm going to cut this piece right here with my scissor. Now I want another piece of string the same length. Here we go. So I put them side by side, and now I'm cutting. So here are my 2 first strings for my shapes of my mobile. I want to manipulate my hanger a little bit because I want my pieces to hang in different areas, and if I don't curve this a little bit, they all might slide together. So I'm going to push this middle up so it meets the top. Okay, this is easy to bend because this metal is very soft. I want to curve this part up a little bit. If you have somebody there that could help you, please have them help you. Make it a lot easier. And I'm going to curve this piece up so I can hang a string here and a string here, and it won't slide off and it won't slide together. A little bit more. I have my piece in the middle, and I could put another one maybe at the end here or here. We just want to make everything a little even and balanced. And okay, I think that might be good. How's that look? That looks pretty good. Maybe I'll bend this up a little bit more, and we'll bend this one up a little bit more. Okay, kind of looks like somebody's legs and his feet. Okay, so let's start stringing our first shape. I think I'm going to start with my yellow shape, and I'm going to put the string through the hole, and then we're going to tie a knot, but don't tie it too tight because you might tear your paper. And the way you tie a knot, right over left and under, and just pull it through. Oopsie. And pull it through. Okay? That's one shape tied to the string. I'm going to do my next shape. Being it's going to be balanced in size and shape and weight, Maybe I'll change the color for the other side to be red. And I'm going to string that as well. Right over left and under. And that's my second shape. So let's put them on our hanger to start forming our mobile. I think I'll take this spot at the bottom to tie my knot. Right over left and under and pull it through. Here's my first piece hanging from my mobile. Now we're going to the opposite side in the same spot, and we're going to tie a knot here, trying to keep it balanced with the other side, with the length of which it hangs. Okay, so our knot is right over left and under, and pull it through. Oops. Ooh. Not so easy, huh? It's okay, we'll get it. There we go. Very good. Okay, here we have it. Right over left and under. There we go. I think I would like to put the blue right down the middle. So I'm going to pick a string, any length. I'm going to cut it, and then I could adjust it when I hang it, because I'm not quite sure what length I want the triangle to hang. Do I want it to hang higher, or do I want it to hang lower? You be the judge. It's your mobile. So I'm going to hold my mobile up so I can decide, where do I want my triangle to hang? Do I want him to hang lower or higher? I think right in the middle here looks pretty good. What do you think? Maybe a little higher or a little lower? Maybe even lower. I like that. Nah, we'll go a little higher. Okay, so where I'm going to tie it is around the top of the hanger. Right up here is where I'm going to tie my triangle. See up here around the neck of the hanger? Okay, so I have 3 pieces so far. That means I have 2 more shapes left to hang up. So let's see now. Let's cut 2 more of the same length string. And again, we can adjust the length once we start playing with the mobile to see how high or how low we want that piece to hang. 2 pieces the same size. One is my oval. Oh, and the other's a square. I thought I lost my piece. All right, let's tie our knot into our 4th shape. And let's tie a knot into our last and 5th shape. All right, now we have to decide how high or how low we want this to hang on our mobile. And we could also decide where on the mobile we want it to hang. I think we'll have it hang on the end of the hanger, right here. And I like that it hangs lower than the other 2 shapes. So I'm going to tie my knot because I decided my length already. You tell me if you like it. How's that? I like that length, really long, a lot longer than the other 2. So I want to keep it balanced with my last piece. So there you go. That looks about right, right? A little higher. Very good. Okay. I'm going to tie my knot here. I'm going to adjust the placement of my pieces. I've decided I would like for this long piece to go up on the top. I'm going to slide the shorter piece to the end. How's that look? The only thing I think I might want to change is I think I want the triangle to hang a little lower. And I have enough string here to do that. So I'm going to untie my top piece. And we're going to let it hang a little bit lower so it's a little more balanced visually. There's my triangle. Yeah, I like that better. What do you think? Nicer? It's a little higher than the others 2. Okay, so now I'll tie my knot. And this is almost done. And now I am done. Here is my version of Alexander Calder's mobile, using only my primary colors, red, blue, and yellow, and my shapes: rectangle, square, triangle, oval, and circle. So there you have it. Go hang it in a really cool place so everybody can admire your mobile. And I'm going to hang mine right on this one. Whoopsie. And have a good day. And until I see you again, keep art in your life. Be creative. Use your imagination. Let your mind explode. Just have fun. Until next time, ciao for now. And this is goodbye from Lisa's Table of Art.